konnichiwa. Uh, um, Watashi wa kare desu. Inu, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. もう一度お願いします。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。さよなら。How did you feel? How did you feel? Were you comfortable when someone of a different language comes into you and wants to teach you? Or you go into a classroom and your teacher starts talking in a language that you cannot understand. How do you feel? Are you comfortable?
Kind of.
One of Hawaii's requirements, or should Hawaii require early language learning in the kindergarten through 6th grade for learning another language. The United States have had the opportunity to teach another language in other languages throughout the states. But the 4 that were really taught were Spanish, French, Latin, and Chinese. Some may think this is an advantage, or some may think that this is a disadvantage. Of course, depending on the child. According to Patricia Cull, okay, she is a scientist who has been practicing how a child, infants in fact, are able to develop or distinguish between their language learning. According to her and her studies, it has been said that children in the ages stated here, between birth and 6 years of age, have a higher expectancy of learning a new language. Okay? If you can find your age on this chart, you are at this percent. Here being a higher level from birth to 2. If we have some, if your age is not on this, you have a lower advantage of learning that different language. Okay? What is the need to learn a different language? Well, children, when they develop this distinguishing of that learning of another language, they are, in fact, just telling the difference. When they're learning a language, it's taken from their surroundings, their home development. A friend of mine, his name is Yuki, and he's from Japan. When I went to visit Japan, and I was talking to his mother, there were some barriers between our language because she spoke just Japanese, and I, speaking English and Hawaiian, she had a little trouble. But her son, who was at the time age 4, now this is 2 years ago, so he'd be 6 now, and in kindergarten, he was our interpreter, basically. So, learning, why was he our interpreter? Because he was going to the Aoba Japanese International School, where they are taught English as their main learning language. So they're learning English in their math learning, their English language learning, they're reading in English. Okay, so when him and I were talking, we actually were conversating why. Even though his home language was Japanese, he was going to this international school. in Tokyo. And so he was like our interpreter when we went there. So which really helped because I got to know why he was able to talk to us. Where it was like you feel like there's a language barrier. But he actually taught me a lot. He taught me about fishing. He taught me about games, which is very, very, very helpful. Again, according to their teaching styles in our elementary schools, about 25% of the schools were teaching these other second languages. But here in Hawaii, we have what is called the ESL, English as a Second Language. These are for children whose first language is not English. So in turns, Hawaii is actually kind of backwards. But it helps because here, these children are able to learn English. Okay, but their home surroundings are speaking their native tongue, which actually takes me back to this Japanese international school. Though everything was taught in English, they had what is called a mother tongue class, and there they would speak whatever language that they would speak at home. So here there's children coming from Arabia, there's children coming from Africa, China even, to come to the school to learn English. And here we're wondering, well, how come they're able to? Some advantages, though, of going to these types of school where their language is more than just English or that certain language. They have a higher rate of succeeding in life. Because why? They know more than one language. So, some teaching styles were exploratory. They'd be able to explore the language. Their language was more focused, determining what part they were focusing on top of their curriculum. And also, it's immersion, surrounding the kids again into what they're learning. Should Hawaii be one of those states that require this learning? I say yes, because that way it introduces our own children to those different sorts of languages. Instead of just being Hawaiian, we know that Hawaiian is somewhat a dying language starting, but there are those who are trying to preserve it. So, in my demonstration, okay, we are going to learn this song. It is called Mele Kino. Okay? Mele Kino is a song about your body. Okay? And we're going to be doing it in Hawaiian. Okay? So if you can follow along or please sing along, by all means. Okay? Are you ready? My head is po'o. My shoulders po'ohili. I call my knees kuli and my feet vavai. My eyes are maka. My nose is ihu. I call my mouth waha and my ears are pepeo. The hair on my po'o, I call lau oho. My chin awai, my neck a'i. My chest is umama, my opu has a pico. I call my hips kikala and my thighs uha. And one more song would be our our numbers in Hawaiian. That's what I was teaching at the beginning of the video, was our numbers in Japanese. So here we go. E kahi, e lua, e kolu e ha, e lima, e ono, e hiku e valu, e iwa umi. So I want to thank you guys all for coming to be in the video. I want to thank my family and you and all for your time. And of course, really the only disadvantage I have is that's all we have for now. Mahalo for your time.
Yay. Clap, clap. Yay. All right, that was awesome.
Thank you.